Man, I love this. This is so awesome. Ooh, look at that. Welcome back, everybody, to Kingdom Come 2. I'm the Bearded OG, and we're picking up right where we left off. And we're going to have some more fun here with Henry's Adventures.
Tells me you're really a nobleman, sir.
Indeed, good wife. I'm Sir Hans Capon of Lipa, Lord of Ratai. That is, almost.
Almost a nobleman, sir.
It's, well, a little complicated. Basically, my father, God rest his soul, bequeathed his estates to me when I come of age.
Ah, what's complicated about that, sir?
Nothing. And everything. But the thing is, it's up to a bunch of nobles that my father appointed to decide when I'm of age.
You seem quite adult to me, sir.
Yeah, I should think so. But they keep dragging their heels about it. They'd have to meet up to decide. And it's either, oh, it's too far to travel, or some are on their last legs and they just don't want to do it. If things were normal, I could present my claim to the king and he'd confirm my adulthood. Only our king is being held captive in Austria by his own brother, and I'm still the almost Lord of Russia.
In other words, it's complicated.
King is locked up.
She doesn't know that?
Yes. Sigismund had him abducted. Have you not heard of it? My word, what kind of backwater do you live in?
Well, right here, in the woods near Shellyoff. Almost noble, sir.
Funny.
Yes.
I love it.
Please excuse me. I meant no offense. It was, just a turn of phrase, so to speak. Literally.
Okay, cool. I didn't want him to spot me in it and interrupt his conversation. I wanted to hear what he had to say.
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us!
He's looking absolutely 100% healthy for being all cut up the day before. Oh my God, he heals fast. Okay, let's sit.
Good morning, Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you, too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Yeah, let's tell the story. Sir Hans was captured by Cumans.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal,
I remember
he got
that.
caught by a Cuman patrol.
Humans?
Yeah, brutal cutthroats. Come on, she doesn't know. She's got to know a little bit about the world, I would think.
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands. The core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleyov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice.
There you go, girl.
The thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
She doesn't
Must
believe
have
it.
been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall,
I love this.
you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
Okay, before we continue, I want to say I really love how they're using, current gameplay to retell what happened in the first game. And that's really good for people who have never played the first game, just to kind of figure out what happened. So they've just done such a good job. And by the way, if you guys don't know this game has already sold over 1 million copies, like within the first couple of days of it being out. That is, I don't know if I've ever heard of that before with the game. It's just fantastic. Okay, yeah, Sir Hans took an arrow.
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
Yep.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
How did you beat that cutthroat?
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falchion and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for, but I groped around and found a pail, whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things, but I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trosky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zhelioth, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bajena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
But I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bajena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger, or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena.
Oh, nice. We got the
This'll
recipe.
come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer.
Okay. That was cool.
Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got held up in Troskovitz.
Of all places. And it's not the first time.
I know, but I was going past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there. And I succeeded.
Emmerich won't be happy.
Then he shouldn't sell so dear. He charges nearly twice as much as we do, so it's no wonder folks buy from us. But I understand. Next time I'll come straight home, so you're not on your own so
Well, it was probably a good thing
if
she
anyone
wasn't
comes
here.
here again threatening you, I'll put them in their place with an
Well,
arrow.
or not.
That'll teach them to try it on with us.
Maybe it's a good thing you wasn't here. They'd catch you. and
Yeah,
I
that's
dread
what I'm
to
thinking.
Think what they'd do with you.
They'd never catch me. You know I can take down a hare on the run, and a man's an easier target.
True enough. You've got a steady hand and an eye like a hawk. Not like me. But you know how it is. The less fuss going on around here, the better for us. And if anything does happen, we've got Growler, and he won't leave us in the lurch.
True. That animal is God's gift. Time to do something useful. The days are long, but there's no end of work to do.
Aye. Thank you, Pavlena. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Okay. So, first of all, Growler wasn't a whole lot of help
Bless.
God be with you.
yesterday when the bandits came, but he's a good doggy, I suppose. If she's that good at archery, I wonder if she would be amenable to coming with me. How do you manage here? Why do you live here? What's going on in this dominion? You can shoot. Yeah, let's find out about her archery skill.
You said you'd shoot arrows at the cumans. You can use a bow.
Yeah, I'm pretty handy with it. I train up there, on the cliff, whenever I have a free moment. And the hares hanging in Ma's kitchen didn't just walk in by themselves. If they'd let me take part in the tournament at Trosky Castle, I'd beat all the men hands down. But that'll never happen. So I have to make do with hares and a straw mannequin.
Okay, so I think she just let us know of the location of an archery range, which we can use to help level archery, which is good. Why do you live here? What's going on in this dominion? Let's just go. How do you manage her?
Are you managing here all right?
We don't complain. We mostly live off the woods. And when we need something else, we buy it or get it from the villagers. Mostly, I weave baskets. And me and Ma brew ointments and potions. Then I go around the villages selling them, or I barter them for stuff we need. Sometimes folk come here to us when it's something serious.
Okay, that's good to know. We'll probably be visiting them in the future for something serious. Why do you live here?
How come you live here and not in the village?
Oh, that's hard to explain. It's just the way things turned out. And Ma and... Look, that's our affair, and we won't talk about it. Sorry.
Okay. What's going on in this dominion?
Is anything interesting happening around these parts?
Them bandits is riding roughshod over the place. It's about time Lord von Burgau rousted them out. But I reckon you know something about that, huh?
You got that right.
And there's to be a big wedding. Young Lord Semon's gonna marry the daughter of the bailiff of Troskovitz, Thrush. That's the biggest thing happening.
Her name's Thrush?
Apart from that...
Isn't that like a name of a
band
disease?
Of nomads turned up here. They got a camp somewhere down by the pond. See you soon, my friend.
Okay, so let's look at a map for a second. Bojana's Meadow. Okay, so we know we can go there to get herbs. but it didn't. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. It didn't mark the archery range. Didn't she say it was like up on the hill or something? I'd like to find that so we can practice our archery a little bit. All right, so I'll tell you what.
What are you waiting for?
Before before we proceed, I'm going to see if I can find that archery range really quick. All right, guys. So the game doesn't actually let me go too far away because we're still kind of on this particular quest. If I get too far away, Henry slows way down and says I have to go back to Hans. I can't leave him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay in the area for a little bit. I'm going to pick, some herbs and mushrooms because we can actually sell these when we get the opportunity. And I know the recipe for, let's see, if we go to books, materials, let's see, where is my recipe book? Player crafting, here we go. Potions. So I know the recipe for chamomile decoction, which is like a health potion. And we can get, the sage and the chamomile in this area. So I'm gonna actually brew up a few more of those. And I do some more save your schnapps, except for I don't know where Belladonna is. I haven't found, that yet. So when I'm finished, doing all of that sort of stuff, I'll bring you guys back, and then we will continue our adventure with Hans. I want to talk to Bojana for a second and see if I can actually sell these mushrooms to her.
Can you tell me something about these parts?
What can I say? The village of Sheleov is nearby, and close to it there's a big traveller's inn. And to the north of Sheleov is Tachov. They've got a blacksmith's there, and a small tavern. There's no love lost between the folks from Sheleov and Tachov. They're always out to spite each other. Some dispute about some meadow.
Anything else?
Well, I don't suppose those are the only villages around here.
It ain't far from Sheleov to Semin. Sir Jan, the owner, he got a big stud farm with fine horses, and down by the water, a mill. The biggest village in these parts is Troskovitz, what lies at the foot of the castle. The local bailiff has his seat there, and there's a tavern too. Then there's Nebakov Fortress, Sir Yaramir's seat. There's a mill at the foot of it. But Pavlena knows more gossip about folk around here. She goes out and about. I stay home these days and hardly meet a soul.
She knows I buried the corpses. Let's just see what she says when I say that.
Those corpses have been taken care of. They're gone to rest by the stream.
Oh, thanks, Henry. I appreciate it. You did what you could. Me and the gravedigger will do the rest, so I ain't stuck with that corpse forever.
Okay, let's talk to her one more. Oh, I guess we can't talk to her. We still have something we can talk to her about. Yeah, why do you live here?
How come you live out here?
That's just the way it is. It's for me to know, and you to find out.
Okay.
All right. I won't pry.
It was good to see you.
Okay, so we've exhausted.
Keith, Henry. We've
Just
got to get to the
chillax,
castle before
Hans.
dark.
Just chillax. So we've exhausted all conversation with them. Well, they probably wouldn't appreciate me picking their herb garden, so I'm not going to do that. But I am going to go back up to the meadow and just grab a few more things of sage and chamomile so we can make a couple more health potions. If it's going to let me, that is. I just got survival 6 and a perk point. All right, cool. How do we do that? So, map journal inventory player. Crafting codex. I think I figured this out. So what we have to do is we have to go to skills. And then this column here shows us how many perk points we have for those items. So apparently we have a perk point for main level. So Charming Man, if you gain reputation, the increase will be 10% higher. Opportunities, if you lose reputation, the drop will be 10% less. Okay, I'm planning on probably, for the most part, playing a neutral to good aligned character. So let's go with Charming Man for this. Okay, cool. Now we have acquaintance strength, hardworking lad. If you carry a sack or even a dead or unconscious body, the weight only counts as half. Therefore, they will hardly burden you, and carrying them will no longer cost you extra stamina. Additionally, your carrying capacity is permanently increased by 8 pounds. Okay? Train hard, fight easy. The required strength for all weapons will be 2%. Will be 2 less for you. In general, if you have a lower strength than the weapon requires, you will do less damage with it. Conversely, if your strength is higher, you will do more damage. With this perk, you'll reach that state sooner. I think I like that, actually. Let's go with that. Okay, so that takes care of our strength. Agility, we have a point. So deft hands, the required agility for all weapons will be 2% lower. Okay, so it's the same thing. It's just a lower agility requirement. Featherweight, fall damage is reduced by 30%. Once again, let's go with this so we can get access to better weapons sooner. Okay, so that takes care of all those points. And then we also got a point. Oh, yeah, so we have points in craftsmanship, horsemanship, houndmaster, and survival. All right, so let's look at these. Razor sharp. If you sharpen a weapon on the grindstone to a condition of 98% or higher, the weapon gains a bonus effect that increases its slashing damage by 10%. This effect will remain active as long as the weapon's condition stays above. I kind of remember that from the other game. 7 League boots. If you wear boots repaired by yourself, sprinting will cost you 25% less. Okay, not bad. Well-fitted armor and clothing that you repair yourself with the armorer's kit will make less noise when worn. The effect lasts until the item's quality level drops. All of those are pretty good, but I think I like razor sharp, so let's go with that. Horsemanship. Night training. Melee attacks from horseback will cost you 15% less stamina, and it will be harder for enemies to unseat you. I remember using a lot of horse attacks in the first game. Saddler. Repairs with a cobbler's kit will be 20% more efficient. Additionally, because you know pouches and satchels well, you have a 1% bonus on the thievery skill if you pick pockets. Yeah, let's definitely go with night training. Houndmaster. So, hunt. You can command Mutt to hunt and send him after wild game. You will find that he's a great help to you. Search. You can command Mutt to sniff out places of interest or hunted game. To do this, select the free command. He'll alert you by barking if you find something. Thanks to your loyal companion, you won't miss a thing. Yeah, I kind of like that one, particularly if, let's say I shoot a stag and it gets away from me and I lose the tracking. So I think I'd like to go with that one. This one isn't bad, but I'd like to kind of do the hunting myself just so I can level up, the skills associated with it. Okay, so let's learn that one. And then survival. I think this is the one we just learned by picking the herbs. On the poacher's trail, you can sell herbs, game, hides, and trophies for double the price. That sounds pretty damn good. Wanderer. The quality of beds increases for you the higher your survival skill is. But at most, this perk will improve the quality of a bed to 50%. On higher quality beds, the perk will have no effect. Yeah, let's go on the poacher's trail so we can earn cash early on as much as possible. All right, so that takes care of... Oh, no, shit, we got a lot of stuff here to go through still. Okay, so we did secondary, we did skills. Let's do combat. Warfare. Head protection. If you are wearing a helmet, blows to the head will cause 20% less damage. Steadfast. Blocks will cost you 20% less stamina, and your shield and weapon will wear down 20% slower by blocking. I like that one. I mean, they're both good, right? But I like this one, especially for here and now. It is possible to find a very rare potion in the game that lets you respec So that, that means we're not necessarily locked into all of this stuff for the entire playthrough. Swords, opening strike. If you successfully wound an opponent by a strike to an uncovered zone, it will be more difficult for the opponent to block your subsequent attacks. Precise strike. With a fully charged sword attack, your sword fighting skill will count 3 higher. So your attack will not only be stronger, but it will also be harder to parry. A fully charged sword attack. So I guess that means if I hold the button down, for a little bit longer and do like a heavy attack, that's what they're talking about there. Opening strike, wound an opponent by a strike to an uncovered zone. It will be more difficult for the opponent to block your subsequent attacks. I think that one's probably going to help us better early on. Yeah, so let's go with opening strike. Heavy weapons. Shield breaker. Your heavy weapon attacks will be harder for opponents to block with a shield. Additionally, it will take less time to completely destroy an opponent's shield with your blows. Okay? Sundering blow. When you hit an enemy with a heavy weapon, their armor will count as 10 lower. Let's go with this one. Shield breaker. Pole arms. Hardwood. Pole arms will take damage 25% slower. Keeping a distance. Blocking while using a pole arm will be easier, more effective, and will cost you less damage. Let's go with that one. Unarmed. Belligerent brawler. After the first strike in combat, subsequent unarmed attacks will cost you 20% less damage and will be 10% stronger. Effect lasts for 30 seconds. This perk will also activate another performing a stealth takedown. Oh, this perk will also activate after performing a stealth takedown. Okay, the harder they fall. If you fight unarmed against an opponent with a weapon, your unarmed combat skill will count as 5 points higher. Probably the only time I'm going to use this is if I'm like fighting in a tavern, for money, like Witcher kind of thing. And so in that case, this is going to be more useful. So let's take that. And unfortunately, we don't have anything in marksmanship right now. Okay. So combos, buffs, reputation. Statistics. And that's it. Okay. Very good. All right. I'm going to finish picking as many more herbs as I can and then go make the potions. And then we will head out. All right, guys. So we just got a new level in Alchemy. And we got an extra potion as a result of that. So, cool. Hans is having a cow because I keep making these potions, but I think he says we got to get to the castle before dark, but I think that I'm just going to keep doing this because I'm going to level up, I'm going to get better at alchemy, and we're going to have a bunch of potions to sell for money. So I'm just going to keep doing it, I think, until I either run out of herbs to do it or run out of what's it called, encumbrance, to carry them all. So I'll bring you guys back here with an update in just a bit. All right, guys, so these are the perks that I get, and they're all really good. Art of Preservation. Raw food and herbs you have in your inventory will spoil 50% slower. Enthusiast. While brewing potions, your energy will slowly replenish, and your nourishment will not decrease, which is kind of important because I've been doing this for a little while now, and I had to stop and eat. And then, but Potion Seller, we can sell potions you brew for 30% more. That's a huge amount. I think I'm going to be a greedy bastard and go for Potion Seller. But I do like those other ones. Maybe we can get those at another point. There we go. Okay, 30% more. Nice. Let's keep at it for a little bit longer. Hans is going to like completely go berserk. He's really impatient. Oh well.
Have you something more important to do than a vital mission from Jobst and Hanush?
Yeah, so just chillax, dude. Chillax. We'll go in a little bit here. All right. I just got another alchemy perk point. Let's leave this. I think I'm going to go with that one where stuff spoils less quickly. So let's go to player and skills alchemy. We have 2 new ones, though, too. The brewing process will be more tolerant of minor errors, making it easier to achieve better quality potions. Every time you successfully brew a potion, you get 1 extra point of the same, or no, 1 extra potion of the same quality. Wow, those are all really good. Boy. This is going to get us even more money, but I kind of like this one though too, because I have tended to overboil the potions, and the result of that is you get less, and maybe the potion quality is not as good as either. So, boy, it's hard to decide. These are all really good. Let's go with Secret of Equilibrium. Now, let's just go with Art of Preservation, because this is going to affect more than just brewing. It's also going to affect, you know, just making sure food itself doesn't spoil as quickly. So let's go with this next. All right, I'm going to keep at it for a little bit longer. All right, we got Alchemy 9 and a new perk, Lab Dweller. Okay, let's see what that's all about. And it just automatically gave us Lab Dweller. The effects of potions and alcohol will last longer, and your eventual hangovers will be a little shorter. Nice. Okay. So I went around and picked a bunch more herbs. I found all of this stuff in this area. And I also got another level, 2 more levels actually in alchemy I got another level in survival. And then we just got this new level in alchemy. So we're doing pretty good there. And then, but I don't know how to use these other herbs yet in recipes. So I'll probably just end up selling the herbs themselves, because, you know, we can make money, and we can't keep, excuse me, we can't keep them forever because they'll eventually go bad. So if we can't use them, you know, soon, then we need to sell them. And I don't think the time is passing by. I think it's just, you know, because we're in the middle of a quest. So it's still, you know, it's not nighttime yet. I think it's still the same time. All right, so let's go ahead and do this last batch here. One thing I've noticed too, after doing this a few times, is that the boiling is kind of picky. So what I found seems to work best is that I lower the kettle, and then I immediately turn over the hourglass, and then wait for the hourglass to finish, and then lift it up. And that seems to be a good timing on that. Okay, then we pick it up. Because Henry kept saying, the first few times I did it, he kept saying that I had been boiling it for too long. Okay, so let's grab the sage. Put that in here. Once we get that perk that is a little more forgiving, which will probably be the next one I'll take, you know, then it won't be quite as finicky. And if I recall correctly, this can get pretty involved, you know, multiple steps instead of just, you know, 3 or 4 steps like we're doing here. So we want, oh, good. Okay, that was successful. We want as many of those as we can get. Okay, so do I have enough to do one more thing of sage? I should, because I think it takes 13. Well, 11. This time it's only taken 11. I wonder if it's just because we're getting better, because before it was 13. Okay, that's cool. All right, well, I'm going to keep at this until I can no longer do it, and then we'll roll on out. Okay, Alchemy 10 and another perk point. Beautiful. Alchemy 11. Nice. Alchemy 12 and another perk point. Man, we are just on a roll here. Alchemy 13. Okay, we finally used up all of our ingredients. Well, we didn't use it all up, but we don't have enough to do another batch. So the end result here is that we have 48 strong chamomile brews and 8 normals. We can sell each one of these for 35 a pop, and then I fucked up on one. there. So I just wasn't paying attention because after a while, it's like you're just doing the same thing over and over again, and I got distracted. Anyway, and then if we go take a look at our skills in Alchemy, we have 2 perk points to spend. Let's look at all of them first. So this is the one where your energy replenishes and you don't lose food. This is the one that's going to be more tolerant of brewing errors, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to take. This is the one that gives us an extra potion, which I'm also very interested in, but let's see what these others are. You can poison more arrows from a single dose of poison, and it will last on your weapon for more hits. Purple haze. For each potion or alcohol effect you have active at one time, your vitality increases by 1. Dark Arts Apprentice. When brewing potions between midnight and dawn, you'll work better. The whole process will be less susceptible to minor mistakes, and you'll more easily achieve a higher quality product. In addition, you have a +2 bonus to coercion, domination, and intimidation stats when talking to commoners. Okay. I kind of don't like that one just because then it restricts me to a specific time of day. Water of Life. Healing potions heal you 25% faster. Okay. Those are pretty good, but I think we're going to go with Secret of Equilibrium. So it's more tolerant. And Enthusiast. No, sorry, not Enthusiast. Where's the one that gives us... Wait, where's the one that gives us more potions? Oh, okay. It says exclusive with Secret of Matter. Oh, I didn't realize that. I still think I like this one better between those two, which is why I took it first. But yeah, we'll have to pay attention with that. I completely was unaware of the fact that it would cancel the other one out. Okay, so we still have another point then to spend. I mean, Water of Life, healing potions heal you 25% faster. That doesn't suck. I don't like this one because it's time restrictive. For each potion or alcohol effect you have active at one time, your vitality increases. So I think vitality is stamina. So that doesn't suck, especially if we have multiple potions. Poison Specialist, Poison Arrows, or Enthusiast. Nourishment doesn't decrease, energy increases. I think Water of Life. See, that doesn't cancel anything else out either, because we're probably going to be spending a lot of time making potions, but we can handle that by just making sure we have food. So yeah, let's go with Water of Life. Okay, cool. And that gets our alchemy in total to level 13 and a third of the way through 13. The greater your alchemy skill, the more you can deviate from in without repercussions. Deviate from in? I think that there's a typo there. In addition, to achieve truly masterful potions, you will need to follow the recipe procedure exactly and have the ingredients as fresh as possible. You will gain experience by brewing potions, and the more precisely you follow the procedures, the more experience you will gain. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so here's the thing. I mean, we're still in the midst of a scripted quest, so it's possible that I might lose all this stuff before the game sets us free to do our own thing, which would really, really suck. But even so, if I do, it was still worth doing because of all the, the skill and the perks that we got as a result of doing it. So hopefully we'll be able to hang on to all that and get it sold, but I guess we'll wait and see what happens. Just checking to see if I have anything else that we got. But we should make some pretty good money. I mean, for early game anyways, from all of that I did. Can I pick that torch up? Yes, I can. Oh, yeah, that was dropped by one of the bads. So, yeah, so we're going to take that. In other words, we're not stealing it from the ladies. Okay. I think it's time for us to proceed. So let's go ahead and talk to Hans and see what happens.
Finally! Where do you keep dallying?
My apologies, sir. I'm here now. We can get going.
Henry, don't provoke me.
I don't think Trosky Castle is going to go anywhere. So what's the rush for all of a sudden?
We have a crucial mission, and things are already fucked up quite enough. I intend to return to Rattay with good news, and to do it quickly. Let's go!
What about the rest of our company? We have to go back for a month. I saw Toth at the pond. All right. Hans is probably not going to care about Toth, because Toth is somebody who Henry wants to get revenge on. I would like my dog, and the rest of our company's dead. So let's choose this one first, just in case something else would cancel out that option.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trosky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
Okay. So I guess we will have an opportunity to go find Mutt later. Let's just see what he says about Toth.
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I know it sounds strange, but...
I know how it sounds, but I saw him. Believe me. I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. But I see you haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword.
I did?
That's good. You never know when you might need it around here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Is he talking about the torch? Oh, shit. Wow. He was going to give it back. Now, hopefully we'll be able to come back and visit these ladies and maybe even thank them materially for all of their help. Oh shit, the game still hasn't started yet. That's awesome. Probably not the smartest thing to do, but fun. Man, I love this. This is so awesome. Ooh, look at that. That's awesome. Oh my god. No wonder this game sold 1 million copies like the next day after it released.
Oh, I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed.
Of course it is.
Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Oh!
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am?
No, we fucking don't. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai.
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, envoy.
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries.
Look at that guy over there.
Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Your shitty hands off me! No, wait. Wait, one moment!
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
And what's that going to be? Get drunk. Okay.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Nobody believes that we're who we are.
She's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? Oh, I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Okay, first we have to wash and change. We have to get our letter back. We can always go back. I think washing and changing is probably the very first thing we should do, especially since I'm going to have the ability to make some money here.
And the first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
We'll earn some coin. We'll earn some coin then, yeah. We will definitely be doing that.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're going to need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few
For you.
groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
Honest to understand what shame we were ambushed. Yeah, but I tend to agree with Hans. We really can't go back like this.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad,
our buddies,
and Nicholas. Instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
You're not to blame for the deaths. Let's go back and bury him. I'm just as much to blame. He is, well, I don't know if he's to blame for their deaths, but he's the one that wanted us to go gallivanting off to see the ladies. Go back and bury them? I mean, that's not really very practical. I don't hold myself to blame or Henry. So let's just try and soothe them here.
It's not your fault they died. Don't blame yourself.
We have to take care of their bodies at least. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenis. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
Hey, look who's here.
What is it?
What's that woman from the pond?
Or the one you gave us away for?
My bear that witch. Wench.
What I tell you? What's she waiting for? She can
awesome.
vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Looking like that? I don't know if that's a good idea.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. You're the woman from the pond, yeah.
You're the one from that pond.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment. I heard some
Health,
talk
lads.
about your
That's
captain.
the most
Wash at the
important
trough.
thing.
Okay.
Enjoy yours while you still got
Since them hands of mine went missing with my...
Where is the trough?
it. Ain't what it used to
Oh, it's right here.
be. My knees and
Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus.
I think
Aha. So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right back.
that must hurt, don't it?
okay. So now let's talk to her.
But then you get all limber.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
You were attacked by bandits. We saw each other at the pond. Yeah.
We saw each other by that pond.
What pond? I haven't been at any pond.
You were attacked by bandits there. We saved you. Well, technically we didn't save her because if we would have waited a couple more seconds, the leader guy would have come along and saved her. But she was definitely attacked by bandits there.
Yes, you were. You were attacked there by some bandits. You, some other women, and us too.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle and I wasn't at any pond.
What are you trying on me? I saved your life. I distracted them from
You were
you.
washing laundry, and these bandits attacked you. I was in the water, and I distracted them from you.
That's nice of you. Helping some unfortunate girl. But it wasn't me. You're mistaking me for someone else.
I wonder why she's denying that. There's a reason, obviously.
Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much.
Now look at her face.
We need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
She knows.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Find out how to get to Von Bergo.
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
she probably means ready to do some work to pay for our food, but I wish I could sell my stuff instead. But yeah, guess I'm ready.
Always ready.
Glad to hear it. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you'll work your debt off, like I said.
All right.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with
This will
sacks of
build
flour
goodwill
from the
anyways.
mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm kind of from both of these places, really. Let's just be upfront. Originally from Skalitz.
Skalitz?
Never heard of it. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life. But I know this place inside and out.
I heard something about a wedding. Where should we move the sacks to? Yeah, what about this wedding?
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Sameen is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Troskovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bat-house wench.
Well, we've already heard that von Bergau will be there. Where's the wedding going to be? Can I get to the wedding? Yeah, where's it going to be?
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Sameen, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and
Oh,
our
Sameen's
bailiff will
a
try
village.
to outdo each other in
Okay.
showing off their wealth.
Who is Sameen? Wait, what? Why am I asking her if I can go to the wedding? I thought Sameen was a place.
Who is this Sameen?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Sameen. The fort and the village belong to him.
Oh, so it's a person and a place.
Sameen is the head of the family. And his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Okay, will von Bergau be at the wedding?
Will Lord von Bergov be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Sameen is his vassal.
Okay. I'll bet you the game's having us ask her these questions because we could have potentially failed with Caitlin, whatever that lady's name was, and not have found that out from her. So that's probably why, we're asking the stuff we already know about. All right, can I go to the wedding?
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svatja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Okay, find out more about the Sameen wedding. What's life like here? Is this the only tavern? Where should we move? What else are we going to ask her about the
Is that
wedding?
all you know about the wedding?
What else is there to know? I'm just looking forward to being a guest and having someone serve me for a change.
Yeah, I'll bet you are. Okay, what's life like here?
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash.
That's funny.
Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here. And that's a big problem.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. But, yeah, is von Bergo recruiting?
Is von Berghoff recruiting men-at-arms?
No, von Berghoff ain't got nothing to do with that. They go of their own free will. They're fed up of ordinary work, so they try their luck elsewhere. It don't occur to them they might not come back. They just see easy earnings. Then the old folks have to do their work in the fields.
Okay, where can I find work here?
Where can I find work around these parts?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me, so don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for our helping
Oh,
hand.
yeah, I'd like to do some
Come to
smithing.
mention it, he's sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then, but watch out for him. You know what they say about Millers.
I've heard things all right.
Well then, be careful.
Henry lived, well, when I played the first game, he actually lived with a miller for a while. Okay, yeah. Henry is also a blacksmith, if you guys didn't catch that. His father the man that raised him, it was a blacksmith, so he knows blacksmithing it. So that would make sense for him to go, do that for work. Is this the only tavern here?
Is this the only tavern here?
In Troskovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
Yep. Okay. And where again did you want me to move the sacks?
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you, so you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
Where's the pantry?
Where's the pantry?
Second door inside the tavern. You can't miss it.
Okay. I guess that's it.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that.
I'll be careful.
Here it comes.
Okay, so we just had a game save, and so we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode here, and then we'll pick up again right where we left off. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share the video, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.